Hey everybody, Baron Dome again. Last week I did a video about my banner collection and I showed off a lot of my banners, over 160 of them. It's a lot of collecting banners the last 4 years on 2B2T. This week I thought I'd actually show you my book collection. Not as extensive as a lot of other 2B2T players have. I currently have about 163 books. Some of them, probably a good portion of them, are signed by myself and some of my alt accounts. So I just kind of have them as, just books signed by my accounts, and some of them have unique names. So I kind of wanted those books signed by those accounts. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my library, if you will, show you some of my books signed by different players or just in unique situations. I'm not going to show you every single book. There's a lot. Namely because I want to open some of them up and show you what's inside of them. So we're going to head down. We're at the far end of my Void Museum down at hallway 29. This is where I keep my book collection. So let's go ahead and let's get looking at my books. So the way I kind of have my books set up right now is every letter of the alphabet has its own chest. So obviously it's A, B, C, all the way down to Z. And then I have some books set aside for those with special characters like underscores or numbers. And then I have the couple remaining chests that are for sets. So I have a couple books that are in sets, so I thought it'd be best to put them in shulkers within their own individual chests. So I'm going to kind of just open up a couple chests, pick out a couple key choice books, show them off to you, and see what we can find some good ones in here. Okay, we're going to start right in the A's because I actually have a book in here that I wanted to show you. So this is my personal book from Ant Venom that he signed to me. So it says, "Hey Baron Dome, glad I was able to sign a book for you. Sorry that I couldn't see you in person on this day, but maybe one day." So yeah, somebody was cool enough to get Ant Venom to sign a book for me. I wasn't able to meet him. I can't remember. This was June 2017, I think, when after he did his Anarchy video. I wasn't able to meet up with him, but somebody was able to get him to sign a book for me and hand the book off to me, which was really quite awesome. All right, let's go ahead and look through some of our C books. So this was the book that I got signed by Clavicus Vile. What happened is I actually saw him live streaming one day, and I recognized the location that he was at, and I knew my main was really close to him. So I quickly logged in and I hunted him down, and I was actually able to find him during his live stream, and I had him sign a book for me, and obviously I signed a book for him. So it says, "Baron Dome, finally found you on 2B2T and on stream. Your baldness is blinding, but it doesn't matter. It's been a humbling experience to meet another YouTuber. Also subscribe." Yeah, what had happened was, I think he was using Impact, and something was happening where if he was looking at my character, it was causing his entire screen to blank out, like either turn white or black. That's where we were joking that my baldness was blinding him. But yeah, it was awesome to actually hunt him down in a live stream, and I got him to sign a book for me. So that was really awesome. All right, let's take a look at some of the D books. So this one, signed by my other alternate account, Darren Bohm. In case you don't know, the name for Darren Bohm actually came from Braven. He was looking up alternate names, and he came up with Darren Bohm, and he mentioned it to me. So I quickly snagged it because it was just a perfect alt name, alternate of Baron Dome, obviously. This is the book I signed when I had my Darren Bohm account complete all the advancements. So this was actually on 8 September of 2019 at 3:55 a.m. This is when I became the first player on 2B2T to have two accounts complete all the 1.12 advancements. Additionally, the Darren Bohm had 0 deaths, and it actually still has 0 deaths to this day. I can't think of any other 2B2T account that has the advancements and no deaths. Now, I like this book because of the alternated title that it has. You see how it's got the colors and it's got the alternating text like that by Diamond Box. I think there is a mod out there that does this. I'm too afraid to install it because it was written by somebody else and I don't have the trust enough to do that yet. It says, "Please remember that when you feel scared or frightened, never forget times when you feel happy. When day is dark, always remember happy day." It's a good saying. This is a signed book by Dr. Zombie. It says signed photograph. It says, "It's a picture of Dr. Zombie giving a thumbs up and has his signature on it. To my biggest fan, Dr. Zombie." But it's just a generic signature. What a dick. oh well, it's his autograph. And that was from November 12th of 2016. I don't know who he signed this to. This wasn't for me. I just got a copy of this. Obviously, it's a copy of the original. I don't know who has the actual original one of this. Okay, let's go ahead and actually look at some of my ebooks. Don't have too many in here, but the one I do have that's kind of off is the one signed by the Etika W Network. This was signed after Etika's death by the person that currently owns his account. So if you see somebody that has the Etika W Network, that's not the real one. It's not his ghost. It's just somebody that took over his account. I'm not actually going to show what's in this book. I'm kind of keeping that just a personal thing between me and the person that signed it. But it's just something interesting to have for this unique server. All right, let's check out the F books. These ones are weird. These are signed by Fit to Armorsmith, and they're originals. From what I've seen, these particular books have been duped tons of times because of the fact that I have 3 originals, and I found these at a random hole near spawn in item frames. So when I found them, I took all 3 copies. But like I said, this one was written from Fit to Armorsmith. It says your actions on 2B2T are a necessary evil. There must always be balance. Do not hesitate to continue what you're doing or have been doing. Thank you for your service to 2B2T. And that was signed by Fit on 28 December of 2017. A long time ago. Now this is an interesting book. This is the by Family Pumpkin 6. It's the 2B2T Choose Your Own Adventure Volume 1. Now, I actually stole this idea from Family Pumpkin 6, and I created 2 volumes. I plan to make some more eventually. Maybe I'll show one of them off to you guys. But this is like, back in the day, the Choose Your Own Adventure books that he actually wrote every single page out. It says, you log on to 2B2T for the first time ever. But holy fuck, the queue is 569 long. You decide to buy priority queue or wait through the queue. So you either go to page 5 or page 4. And I don't want to ruin it for you, so if you find this book, it's a whole choose your own adventure, and you can play through it when you got time, or you're just traveling and exploring. It'd be nice if he writes a couple more of these. So this is my book signed by Furious Destroyer. Wasn't signed to me, signed by somebody else, but I obviously have a copy of the copy. But it's just kind of cool to have a book signed by another very big YouTuber. All right, over to the H's. Let's see what we have in here. So this book is actually signed by Housemaster. It says chords. So yeah, I guess he'd written out some things like Please Mike, Pop Bob, Irazilla, and I guess he was going to put coordinates in there, or maybe he was going to give them something, but that's the extent of that book. Nothing else in there. Over to the I's. This is Obama's Farewell, rewritten by Iron Golem 43. And what he did is he actually put the entire Obama's Farewell speech into a book on 2B2T. So it's interesting what people will put into books, not just like signing autographs to other people, but something like this, something you would never think that would be in a book. In case you ever wanted to know what Obama said on his farewell speech, this is it. Over to our L's. So this one was signed by LavaCast to me. What actually happened is I was traveling on one of the nether highways, and he was flying right by me. I can't remember if this was the entity speed with pigs or we were actually flying with elytras, but we ended up both turning around. Of course, I'm always on my guard when I don't know who's on that nether highway, but he signed a book for me, and I signed a book for him. So it says, Hi Baron Dome, I like your videos, keep up the good work. LavaCast, if you ever want to see me, I'm always at 2K2K, the Valley of Wheat, and Spawn. I think the Valley of Wheat is completely gone by now, and I think 2K2K is always getting griefed. All right, let's check out some M books. First one I want to kind of show you is called My Name is Steve by Morbid Rain. This is actually a retranscribe of another story that someone wrote, talking about as if it's a real person logging into the Minecraft world. His name is Steve. He's just trying to figure out what's going on. And it's got a really good ending, and Casual MC actually did a video reading this book. I don't want to ruin the ending for you, so I'll actually leave a link in the video description below if you guys want to check it out. It's got just a good twist ending at the end, so check it out. So this one by McNeil is the tour guide. What had happened was a year ago at least, he did a live stream when he was doing 2B2T videos of him building this chunk build thing. And after he released the chords to Zarin Siltir, Dr. Zombie's base, I kind of went back and I looked at his video that he was doing, and I could see at one point there was a waypoint where it said the distance from his build to spawn. And basically what I did is I went to that distance and I started doing a circle for the entire, however far it was out. It was like a couple 100,000. And I started doing a big old circle, and eventually I found his chunk build, February 2018. Oh yeah, 2 years ago. Wow, long time ago. Time flies on 2B2T. And after I ended up telling Morbid Rain about it, he ended up coming. We didn't grief it, but Morbid tore it down block by block and basically restored the entire terrain to its natural look. So it was just basically like it never existed, which I think is a more hilarious grief than blowing something up. It's making it like it never existed. Right here, I have a signed book by Michael McChill, you know, the person that works with Ant Venom. This wasn't signed to me, it was signed to somebody else, but I ended up getting a copy of the book. All right, let's head over to where I have some of my numbers and special character books. So I have 2 copies of books signed by the account called 24. Now, if you don't know, Minecraft accounts nowadays cannot be less than 3 characters long. This account 24 was created probably when Minecraft first came out, where you could create an account with any length of name, even 1 character at a time. So to have a book signed by accounts that can't exist anymore, the fact that they kept this name is pretty cool. So someone gave me a copy of their copies, which was really sweet. I also have a book signed by 6KR. No one in particular, it's just the fact that I have an account signed by an account with only 3 characters. And the way they signed this was, you now have a signed book from one of only 3,963 Minecraft accounts with a 3-letter name, 6KR. Yeah, so there's only that many accounts that have 3 character names. I also have a book signed by 2B2T.org. 2B2T is the best Minecraft server. So right here is where I'm starting to store some of my set books. I only have 2 right now. The first one I want to show you is 2B2T by RockPaperShotgun. What I did is I talked the person that has this account into recreating the article from the RockPaperShotgun back in February of 2016, where they interviewed James Russells, and they actually, word for word, recreated the entire article. It had to go across 3 books because of how long it is. But it says Rock, Paper, Shotgun. The name of the article was Ridealong, the Ruin of Minecraft's Most Obscene Server by Brandon Caldwell back on February 29th of 2016. And this is broken into 3 books just because you literally could only put 1 sentence on every single page. So they put the entire article across 3 books. As you can see, it's 2B2T, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, and these are the originals. Okay, this one is called 2B2T Case File, and this is actually signed by me. What this is a lot of books, 6 books, but let me take the first one and just kind of show it to you. So this is the Analogies and Manifestations of Religious Violence in Minecraft, a case study of 2B2T, book 1 of 6. So this was by Kit Apocalypse, something like that, can't pronounce it correctly. Written back in December 12th of 2016, a long time ago still. So this was actually pretty popular on the Reddit at the time, and I think this was somebody's dissertation for their college, their thesis or something like that. But yeah, what I did is I took the entire work that they posted, their Word document, and I spanned it across the 6 books, and I created my set for it. So the last set I have is very interesting. It was so unique. I had to use a completely separate chest for it, and this is actually a completely separate wing than the other one, because I know eventually if I keep collecting books, I'll have to expand, and I knew this set was just so large, I had to pretty much put it in its own away section. So let me kind of show it to you. So this is actually a recreation of the Bible by _C2R0, and they literally put the entire Bible. Look at all these. And each one of these are full of books. I'll put one out just to show you. The thesis, John 19, Exodus, Genesis. Let me pull up the first one. Look at that. Every one of these is full of a book. Let me just take, boom, that one. Let's kind of just look at it. 50 pages, you know, because you can only put so much into a Minecraft book. That's why, you know, everything is spread out so much. But this is just... That's why I had to put the entire Bible in its own section. So there's what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 shulkers, each with 27 books. That's a lot of friggin' books. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of some of my books. I know I didn't show them all to you, but I want to give you just a little bit of glimpse of the kind of books I have, who signed them, some of the things that people write in the books. It can be autographs. Some things put people down. There's some racist stuff that I have a lot in my books that obviously I'm not going to show you. But really, it can be anything. And I'm actually going to put in the video description the entire list of books that I have. So it gives you an idea of what I have, people that have signed them, kind of the titles of the books, and the state of the book that I have, whether it's the original, copy of the original, or a copy of a copy. So it's just the complete list of what I have. If you guys have any questions or comments about the books I have, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As always, I'm Baron Dome, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.